Welcome you all to this brief overview about IMTMA Lean Practitioner Level 1 program. I'm happy to share that IMTMA has scheduled Lean Practitioner program in the coming month. I am Subrata Mitra Mujumdar, faculty for this program. This important and useful program will equip the participants with the necessary knowledge of world-class lean manufacturing, its philosophy, tools, and best practices that can significantly improve process effectiveness and efficiencies, improve operational performance like throughput, quality, speed, cost of goods sold, inventory turns, and safety. Those in turn will ensure superior value addition for both customers, manufacturers, and suppliers. The entire program is divided into 5 sessions on 5 days, staggered over a few weeks. The program will be of world-class standard with all required information on concept, tools, and practices, along with many industry example case studies of each tool and practice. Participants will be given 2 sets of assignments during the program. It will take about 2 hours to do each set of assignment. This will ensure participants not only learn the theory, examples, and case studies during the training, but also become competent to practice few of the same themselves. This is the unique feature of this certification program. There will be a test after all the sessions are over. It is a 20 hours program, 16 hours of online training, and 4 hours of offline assignments for each participant. The program is designed to ensure participants can effectively learn along with their regular company work. The key takeaways are the benefits for the participants. Gain an insight into lean manufacturing, which is also known as Toyota Production System. Understand how adoption of lean system can significantly improve operational efficiency. Prepare a roadmap to create lean value stream. Learn various lean tools and techniques to be a basic expert. Plan a journey towards just-in-time and Jidoka, 2 key objectives of lean manufacturing. Take initiatives, projects to implement various lean tools and practices learned during training. Use the training materials and various examples as reference for implementation. The course contents will be what I will share during this 16 hours training. People will learn the birth of lean manufacturing or the Toyota Production System, House of Lean, that focuses on the JIT and the Jidoka goals. 4 P's, 4 philosophies, and 14 principles of lean. Concept of flow and pull. 5S, world-class workplace organization. Good safety management practices. Visual management, visual factory. Identification and reduction, elimination of various process waste, what we say Muda, Muri, and Mura. Kaizen, introduction and institutionalizations in the organization. OEE, overall process effectiveness. SMED, single minute exchange of die, setup production technique. Value stream mapping. 7 lean manufacturing guidelines for a better future value stream. Lean layout options, various layout options, pros and cons of each option. Some motion analysis tools like man-machine chart, SIMO chart, spaghetti diagram. Standard operations tool to improve flow like takt time, time observation sheet, capacity analysis sheet, standard work combination sheet, Yamazumi chart, line balancing, standard WIP, standard worksheet. Understanding the Kanban pull system and also how to develop a 2-bin Kanban. Basic problem solving tools, quality circle practices, Gemba huddle daily work management, skill metrics, and also the multi-skill initiative. Important key performance indicators that will drive lean in the operations. Strategies to improve productivity, quality, cost, and delivery performances. And many case studies and roadmap for implementation. Now let us share some basic information about the lean. Lean is a systematic methodology with a focus on the customer to separate value-added and non-value-added activities. Those are the waste, mudas, and then reduce and eliminate wastes in all processes. It is originated at Toyota Motor Corporation, Japan in 1950s, post Second World War, when industries in Japan were challenged to survive and globally competitive. Mr. Taichi Ono, who is also known as father of TPS, an operational leader in Toyota, quickly realized that it has to find an innovative production system to beat mass manufacturing wisdom of American organizations to become globally competitive. A journey towards waste reduction began, which has revolutionized the entire manufacturing world and then many other industry sectors also. This is what is House of Lean or House of TPS. We use many tools and techniques basically to focus on waste reductions. All tools will focus on waste reductions so that we can achieve our ultimate goal of JIT and JIDOKA for customer satisfaction. JIT means always producing and delivering as per customer requirements on time, the quantity as per requirement, always on time, whenever they require. And also the quality. JIDOKA means that we will always ensure that knowingly never a defective item will pass on to the next process, and customer will always get the right product quality only. For a practitioner, it is a manufacturing system that allows minimal use of resources to produce defect-free products in the shortest possible time with the least amount of leftover, that is WIP. In short, maximum with minimum. It always begins with a customer. Every customer wants value, the right good and service at the right time, place and price with perfect quality. Every process consists of series of steps. To maximize customer value, these steps must be taken with zero waste. To achieve zero waste, every step in a value creating process must be valuable, capable, available, adequate, and flexible. And the steps must flow smoothly and quickly from one to the next at the pull of the next downstream customer. Flow and pull must go hand in hand. Lean is a system that organization is driven towards zero waste. It is called lean because lean system needs less human effort to design, make, and service products, requires less investment for a given amount of production capacity, creates products with fewer delivered defects and fewer in-process turnbacks, utilizes fewer suppliers with higher skills, goes from concept to launch, order to delivery, and problem to repair in less time with less human effort, could cost-effectively produce products in lower volume with wider variety to sustain pricing in the market while growing share, needs less inventory at every process steps from order to delivery and in the service system. What are the benefits for the practicing organization? All practicing organizations, whether they are manufacturing or non-manufacturing, big or MSMEs, new or established, will achieve significant improvements in operational performance. That is productivity, quality, cost, delivery, and safety. Improve financial performance, top line growth, profitability, ROI, cash flow. Achieve stretched goals, higher degree of employee engagement. Respect for people is paramount in TPS. Become locally and globally competitive. Build strong foundation for operational excellence. Become a supplier of choice and employer of choice. So Toyota's systems, even though it started in 50s, people were not aware of the benefits. People started noticing this during mid 70s, when in 1973, there was an oil shock and every company suffered. But Toyota, even though there was slow growth in the entire economic world, Toyota showed a relatively stronger resistance to recession other than other companies. They survived and grow during that recession period also. Then people started to become inquisitive that what is their strength, and started investigating and learning their best practices. Okay. So this is briefly the Toyota 4 philosophies and the 14 principles. I will explain the 14 principles during the training, but please remember it is actually focused around 4 basic philosophies. And the first one is a long-term goal. Always Toyota will never compromise the long-term goal for the short-term gain. So that is a long-term thinking. Then the process, very, very process-oriented thinking. Okay, they always ensure the push and pull, and by removing the continuous waste. Then they focus on development of people, partners, service providers, those who are connected. with them, those who are the contributors in their journey. And also problem solving is a continuous process there. So they are continuously trying to solve problems. So these are the 4 P's of Toyota Production System. And I will explain the 14 principles more elaborately during the training period. So which are those non-value activities or the waste, what we always talk about? They are mostly overproduction. We produce more than what is customer required. Okay, and then it leads to many other waste. Okay, we will discuss next. Then the waiting for everything is a waste. Anything is a waste. Storage in excess of what customer requirement, and then we are storing that. Transportation from machine to machine, area to area, that is a waste. Overprocessing. We are doing unnecessary processing, which would have been avoided with a better process control or better design. Okay, that is a waste. Motions, unnecessary hand motion, leg motions, or searching for anything else, that is a motion waste. Defect, which is not first time okay, whether product or transactional or document, it is a waste. And also the untapped ingenuity. Initially there were 7 mudas, but later on people added the 8th one, which is the waste of the people. We are unable to use the people talent effectively. That is also a waste for the people company. So these are the major 8 waste we need to focus, identify, and reduce, eliminate one by one. That is the journey. So overproduction is the worst among all waste because it creates other waste like space required for storage, inventory carrying cost, manpower required, energy, fuel, record keeping, tooling cost, any other overheads, documentations. So we incur huge losses and reduce profitability because we are investing money which is not giving me any return. Okay, and then later on, if the items become obsolete and you have to sell at a discounted price, that is a huge loss for the company. So this waste inhibits flow. Remember, flow is paramount in the lean manufacturing system. We do not want to, once the item is released or order is received, it has to flow uninterruptedly till it reaches the customer. So this waste inhibits the flow. Okay, and then it affects the throughput, the efficiency, better customer response, inventory, lead time, productivity, everywhere it negatively impacts us and the financial performance also. So silent killers of flow, that is what we say. So think of wasted time. Just imagine if we could collect all the time together that we might have wasted in the past. How much time would that be? Think of the wasted money. Just imagine if we could collect all the money together that we have wasted in the past. How much money would that be? Just imagine the effort collectively that we have wasted in the past. So how much effort we might have lost would that be? So the problem with the waste is once it is gone forever. It never comes back. Okay. So along with the waste, we also have to focus on major losses, which is, we say, the productivity losses, the efficiency losses. So there are many losses in industry. Generally, there are 16 losses, what we have found, but we can focus initially to capture the 6 major losses, which comes under availability losses, capacity losses, and the quality losses. Okay. So they are mostly, the availability losses are basically the setup and the downtime. The performance losses are the minor stoppages and the speed losses. And the quality losses are rejection, rework during setup and during online production. So these 6 major losses we should focus because that will help us to give us many benefits. And the measurement of these 3 losses, basically availability, performance, and quality, give us an indicator which is called overall equipment effectiveness, OEE. And there are many benefits, like it will increase your capacity utilization. It will recover hidden capacity, which you can effectively use for new products or additional production. Okay, it will help us to improve the top line growth and the bottom line growth also. It will reduce the cost. Okay, and it will also stop unnecessary investment. Get the best out of the present one and then think of the investment. And we become more competitive. So also the another contribution of Toyota Production System is the Kaizen focus. Kaizen is any improvement, any small improvement, big improvement. Kaizen can be small improvement, which is called the point Kaizen, a very localized small improvement, or it can be a system Kaizen, systemic changes. Both are Kaizen only. Okay, remember that. It is a continuous improvement philosophy. So there is a Buddhist term called renew the herd and make it good. So we have to change the corporate culture to come in terms and also adopt the Kaizen philosophy totally. So it is a way of life philosophy. So we don't wait for something to get broken. So it is a Western brand. Oh, until it breaks, let us continue. No. So we do not believe that. Kaizen philosophy is, even if it is not bad, it deserves further improvement. That is the philosophy. So when we want to develop a lean plant, that is smart plant, what we want? We want our suppliers to be reliable. The inputs what they provide are reliable. Okay, they are the value enablers, not the value destroyers. Our processes to be stable, capable, and robust. Okay, so that small variations should not affect us. And then only we get the desired output. That is the defect-free products and value-added products response consistently, on time, and better than our competition to serve multiple segments, multiple sectors of our customers. Okay, so that we improve our productivity, reduce defects, reduce lead time, improve on-time delivery, improve OEE, reduce cost of goods sold, reduce the safety incident, improve inventory turns, and improve more and more Kaizen from the employees. Okay, so fundamental problems with the batch and goods production, which Taiichi Ohno, TPS, they realized this. Long lead time from raw material to finished goods, impairing flexibility to respond to changing customer requirements. To reduce lead time, you need to eliminate the root causes that generate waste, not just temporary fixing. The worst waste is overproduction, which is a result of push and fixed batch mass production. So mass production philosophy supports overproduction, as it thinks that more faster we produce, the cheaper is the cost. But unless you get the return without you sell, then this cost of production is only notional. It has no meaning, no gain for the company. So that is why there are many other associated losses because of overproduction, which already I have discussed, which overrides this notional cost of production, actually. Okay. So Taiichi Ohno realized the focus should be reduce lead time from order to cash, from the time we get the order and from till we get the cash from the customer. So that time has to be reduced. That was his goal. And unless we eliminate the waste in this process, we cannot achieve that. So what he told, that all we are doing is looking at the timeline from the moment the customer gives an order to the point when we collect cash. And we are reducing that timeline by removing the non-value added waste. Making a factory operate for the company is just like the human body operates for an individual. The autonomous nervous system responds when we are asleep. The human body functions in good health when it is properly cared for, fed and watered correctly, exercised frequently, and treated with respect. It is only when a problem arises that we become conscious of our bodies. Then we respond by making corrections. The same thing happens in our factory. We should have a system in a factory that automatically responds when problem occurs. So remember the 5 principles of lean, that is specify what creates value from the customer's perspective. Identify all steps across the whole value stream. Make those actions that create flow first. Think end to end, not just individual steps. Don't optimize individual areas. Think the end-to-end value stream, not sub-optimize. Only what it makes, what it pulled by the customer, that only you make. Okay. Strive for perfection continuously by successive layers of waste. That is a journey. So if you want to have a better future state value stream, you have to think of better ideas, better practices, better tools, okay, better principles. So if you do what we did in the past, we will get what we got so far. So the guidelines of lean and TPS, we have to remember to develop or design a better future value stream. So what are those things? Guideline number 1, produce to takt time. So takt time is the customer demand rate based on the available time and the customer demand during that time. So every process has to match and below the takt time. Remember that. Then only flow will happen. Guideline number 2, develop continuous process. Try to connect processes and develop continuous process wherever possible. Okay, so develop a system, one piece flow. Can I make one and push one to the next process? Is it possible? So that is what our focus. Then guideline number 3, wherever the connected process, not processes possible due to some reasons, like suppliers are far away, some processes have very fast cycle time, some are less cycle time. Those cases, it is difficult to connect. So those processes we must connect through supermarkets. So whenever required by the next customer, I will produce and push it to supermarket. So those should be connected through supermarket or through FIFO lane. Okay. So supermarket means, so we wait, the supplying process wait for the signal from the previous next process, and then only we produce and then deliver to supermarket. So that is the concept of supermarket. Wherever we do not want to keep too much of inventory, and wherever in a small area connected process possible, there we do FIFO lane. Remember, so either supermarket or FIFO lane. Between supermarkets, you can have FIFO lane. Okay. So guideline number 4, only give schedule to one process, not every process, and that process called the pacemaker. And that process decides how my previous process will be synchronized based on my requirement. So that is called the pacemaker process. Remember, so only one schedule in the one pacemaker process. For a standard process, mass production standard processes, it can be as close as to the stores. But for a customer driven process, custom solution, job subproducts, it can be early as possible also. Okay, so this is the 2 logic for the deciding the pacemaker process. Then guideline number 5 and 6, basically level the product mix. You cannot have only one item production first and then second item, then third item. No, you have to serve multiple customer or multiple products for the same customer. Customer want multiple item on the same day at different timelines. So you have to mix the product also, produce in a short time, and also to mix the product volume. Some item 5 number, then another item 3 number, then another item 10 number, then another item 2 number. So multiple items within a short period of time. So both mix and the volume. Okay, you have to level. That concept is called Haijunka. Okay, so this is the Haijunka box or load leveling box where we are producing, suppose 8 o'clock, I will produce A. Then 8:10, I will produce B. Then 8:20, I will produce some A and some C. So this way, at every 10-minute interval, I am producing different items because to meet customer timeline, the quantity and the time. Okay, that is the ultimate goal. It will not happen immediately. A lot of improvements required and to reach this final level. Guideline number 7, which I have to develop this capacity called EPE. EPE means every part, every. What is that? So every part, every week we make first. Then we improve. Then every part we make every day. Then we make every part, every shift. Then every part, every hour, or every part, every pitch time, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that is the goal. Gradually we improve and then reduce this. Every part, every. Remember this. So these are the 7 guidelines to develop a world-class value stream. Some of the world-class metrics that we can strive for achievement. Okay, so I have captured both business and the process-oriented. One is the EBIT, best in class among competitors and peers, 20% plus year-on-year growth. ROI, best in class among competitors and peers, 15% plus year-on-year growth. Sales per person, best in class. Customer satisfaction index, best in class. Productivity gain, minimum 15% plus year-on-year, both in number and value per man hour. Process quality, 6 Sigma level, at least the customer complaint, and the process should be at least 5 Sigma level. Strive towards 0 defect. Customer complaint, 0. Safety, 0 accident and incident. Lead time, best in class among competitors, 30% reductions year-on-year. On time in full, 100%. Inventory turns 50 plus. OEE, 85% plus for discrete and 92% for continuous processes. Cost of quality, less than 5% of sales. Improvement per person per month, 1. Employee satisfaction index, 90 plus, and employee turnover less than 2%. So lean can contribute significantly in achieving these goals. It may not happen in 1 year. You will take 5 to 7 years. You can have intermediate milestones, 3-year goal, 5-year goal, 7-year goal. But these are all possible for a world-class lean practicing company. So why it is important more now in current situations, why it is important? We are going through an unprecedented period. It is a challenge for the corporate to maximize performance for the remaining period in the fiscal year, financial year, to make up for the losses of the last few months as much as possible. Unprecedented problems require imaginative, creative, out-of-box solutions. Ramping up of productivity, higher speed of execution, faster customer service, reduction of waste to reduce cost in a much faster pace, higher sense of urgency by all people in all functions will help make up for the losses to a great extent. In a reduced demand situation, any investment on additional assets will attract a burden of depreciation, interest, and impact profitability, cash flow, and ROI. So that is why we have to optimize my current resources. So the available resources that we have now must be effectively utilized, and people with much higher level of engagement, morale, and equipped with global best practices can be the real asset for the organization. If we are expecting much better organizational performance and results that we have ever done in the past, engaged people with innovative ideas will make up for the next 2 years. That will be the key. In a reduced market size, those organizations will survive and grow are those who can provide much better customer experience than before or have minimal or zero debt. Skilled, competent, motivated people with knowledgeable of world-class tools and best practices like lean manufacturing and right people for the right job must be the organizational priorities now and months, years to come. So why it is important? Due to multiple benefits and current pressing requirements, IMTMA is organizing this program, which will be of immense value for every participating organizations. For MSMEs also, it will benefit in identifying various process wastes and losses, improve quality and delivery performance, and reduce cost of manufacturing or cost of goods sold. More and more global organizations will be interested to work with them. Many MSMEs in India have adopted lean manufacturing in the recent years. A data published by Government of India in 2019 states that 55 special purpose vehicle, each SPV, a cluster of MSMEs, 8 to 10 mini cluster or mini SPV, they say, who have successfully implemented lean, okay, almost over a period of first phase in the 18 years, first phase, reported annual savings of approximately 60 crores. The other achievements were as follows for those MSME companies. Increase in production capacity by 10%, space reclaimed for productive work 10%, increase in inventory turnover for 25%, reduction in manufacturing lead time 5 to 30%, improve in overall equipment efficiency by 15%. This is over a journey of 18 months from assessment to implementation and results. So who should attend this program? IMTMA program. Any organization, irrespective of type of products, size, market, manufacturing, continuous as well as discrete, e-commerce, supply chain, retail, IT, ITES, BPO, healthcare, hospitality. Engineers and executives, junior to senior level managers, HODs from all functions, production, planning, quality, maintenance, industry engineering, supply chain, operational excellence, design, sales and marketing. Business owners, startup organizations. Why you should attend or choose this IMTMA program? What is our unique value proposition? Let me just explain briefly. Quality. Quality will be best in class, lean tools and practices will be shared. Minimum 5 case studies will be shared. Some are award-winning case studies, high quality, high impact projects. Participants can learn a lot from these projects, not available in any books or website. This program will have a roadmap for successful project management with all required tools and steps. Assignments, multiple assignments between sessions to ensure effective learning for the participants. Flexibility, the programs are staggered over a few weeks to ensure participants learn along with their regular office work. IMTMA brand. IMTMA is a 70 years old organization, highly accredited and reputed learning institute. Its certification will have very high acceptance across organizations. High quality training, deployment support at competitive cost. Something about faculty. I have more than 3 decades of experience in industry in various local and global leadership roles in both Indian and global MNCs. Out of 33 years, 16 years in operational excellence leadership roles. I am a graduate mechanical engineer. I have professional certifications like Lean Black Belt from Kennametal Inc. headquarters, USA. Six Sigma Master Black Belt from Indian Statistical Institute, Bangalore. TQM from AOTS Osaka, Japan. And EFQM Business Excellence Assessment from CII IQ. I have trained more than 5,000 people so far on various operational excellence methodologies in 14 countries in the last 25 years. I have led, coached, mentored more than 2,000 projects in multiple organizations in different countries that have generated a financial benefit of almost $4 million US, $40 million US. And we also have an option for the participating organizations, post-training support. If organizations identify projects, initiatives, and want IMTMS support in initiative deployment, project execution for some period of time initially, we are ready to provide that. The program faculty will be engaged to extend all support to the organization. Separate proposal and process will be shared after receiving the request. So now I invite all of you to attend this highly valuable program, both for organizational and personal growth through increased contribution. See you during the program. Thank you.